Hey guys, this is Harvest. So today I'm going to talk about a prominent problem in progressive powers. That's right, today we are talking about intersectionality. So intersectionality is defined by Google as the interconnected nature of social categorizations such as race, class, and gender as they apply to a given individual or group regarded as creating overlapping and independent systems of discrimination or disadvantage. Yay, using definitions to try to explain what it is. Yeah, works so well for feminism, doesn't it? Well, same kind of thing, as well as being super confusing. So basically what it's saying is that you can take one group and claim that is disadvantaged or whatever, and then another group that's also claiming to be disadvantaged, and they basically come together and they use their combined disadvantage or privilege or what the fuck ever to basically kind of come on united front and just do whatever the hell. So this idea is most commonly used by feminists to allow them to speak on behalf of groups like the LGBT, ABC, what the fuck ever, and Black Lives Matter, and is often described by feminists as using their privilege to speak on behalf of the less privileged. You know, because honestly, a lot of feminists are white females, and they think that there's also still racism in America that exists on a scale where being white also gives you, like, the highest amount of privilege, at least racially. Jesus Christ, I can't imagine how difficult it would be to make a classification system of privilege with all the different factors they have, like race, gender, sexual orientation, blah blah blah, the list goes on and on. Anyway, so intersectionality and people using privilege to speak up on behalf of the less privileged, such as feminism speaking up for other women of different groups, such as black women or LGBT or whatever. In some cases, that, you know, would be good to use your privilege to give a voice to those, like if feminism were to show up in Islamic nations. That would be wonderful. That would actually be helpful. But essentially what intersectionality really is why feminists can call you a racist, homophobic, transphobic asshole and not just, you know, the run-of-the-mill misogynist. It basically gives them the power to add extra labels. And that's pretty much it. It's them finding more ways to label you some sort of hateful bigot for disagreeing with them. They're basically taking control of a lot of these movements that they have nothing to do with, that does not fit in with their overall plan and their overall sight for more power. They're just trying to take the power of these other groups. And often, this has led to a misuse of that group and a misrepresentation of that group. Most prominently in intersectionality, this is shown by the absolute disregard of the transgender community. You know, the T in LGBT. And they just get shit on by feminists and the LGBT movement all the fucking time. I mean, you don't have to go far to find this. It's most commonly seen in people such as the trans trenders. You know, the people who seem to forget the trans or transition in transgender. They think it's just a label that you can slap on yourself like a sticker, and boom! I say that I've gone from a girl to a boy, so I'm a boy now, right? Yeah, Milo, that's not how it works. You kinda gotta get a pair before you can say you're a man. Just how it works. Unless, of course, you believe that it's all a social construct, and therefore you can Deus Ex Machina, power of words and friendship and whatnot, your way into anything. Because, you know, life is an anime or Dragon Ball Z or some shit like that where the power of belief, or the power of sheer stupidity, will deus ex machina your way into anything. Some people just need a really, really big dose of reality.
What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled lives for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. F you. You're all pricks.
But this becomes a huge problem for legitimate groups and legitimate people. Where there are the legitimate transgenders, the people who have actually gone and transitioned their gender. They have undergone all the hormones and the surgeries and everything you actually need to do to transition in your gender, to be transgender. Whereas you have all these little cupcakes going around and saying, well, I'm a trans demigirl, gray gender, fucking pandakin. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? And that's the problem. You have all these people that are just absolutely misguided and misrepresented because of intersectionality, because groups like feminism take control of a group, and instead of empowering it, you entirely demean it, you belittle it. You make it something that fits into your agenda and take no regard for the wishes of the other group. And with this, it's just so simply defined to be a power grab. Because you take these groups, feminism doesn't care about Black Lives Matter, doesn't give a shit about race. If they had it their way, it doesn't care if you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, what the fuck ever. You're a man, you're bad, you're a woman, you are God's gift to the world. You are an angel that can do no wrong. Then gets into murkier waters with the LGBT community. Of course, lesbians are going to be great because they don't have to interact with men. They're going to be the best. Because it's women with women, and women are perfect. So put two women together, and it's twice as perfect. Then, of course, there's going to have to be the necessary straight people. That way, humanity can continue existing as a species. They're okay, as long as they keep their subservient men in check. But then you get into the murky waters of the transgenders and the Tumblr genders. Because is a transgender who went from boy to female? Are they going to consider that person truly female? Or are they going to consider him that person just another male chauvinist pig that needs to be kept from becoming the rapist that he is inside and needs to be controlled? What about a woman that becomes a man? That becomes a transgender from girl to boy? Now, does that mean she all of a sudden has this inbound desire to rape and misogyny in her? That now that she is a man, now that she is a he, she is now the bane of feminism. Then we get into more complex stuff like agender or gray gender, gender fluid. They're not women. So, does feminism really protect them? What sort of privilege do they have, ultimately? Do they have anything? And what you're left with is seeing how complex this is, and seeing how much intersectionality is just a power grab where you take a group that doesn't give a damn and they're just grabbing all these labels for extra things to make people sound hateful, that extra political clout to draw people in, and that extra little bit of power to grasp onto a group that they don't give a damn for, especially transgenders. Holy hell. Feminists there is a massive scale of feminists that hate trans people. There's this group, TERF, T-E-R-F. I mean, look it up. These people hate transgender people. They're just as bad as men because they enforce gender roles. You have to become stereotypically male if you're a girl to be considered male, or stereotypically female if you're going to transition from boy to woman. And holy hell, is this wrong and misogynist and bigoted to these people. Holy hell, do they hate that, and holy hell, do they hate transgenders. That's right. For all you LGBT people, especially the T's, that think that feminism is your big buddy in the sky, yeah, no. Feminism does not love you. There may be a few that say they do, but ultimately they're not for you, because what the hell even are you? You're either a boy, you're either a misogynist pretending to be a woman, or you're a woman turning into a misogynist in their eyes. You don't deserve protection from them. Why do you think they're gonna represent you right? I mean, can you see how stupid this is? How they can claim to care, but if you really look into it, if you look into their concepts versus the concepts of the people that they're claiming to intersect with, the ideals and wishes of these groups, they conflict. They ultimately conflict. And that is why intersectionality cannot work. At least not in the sense that feminism has implemented it. Because there is too much conflict. Intersectionality, as exists in feminism, is a power play. And it's as simple as that. It's a power grab that ultimately tramples on the people it claims to intersect and protect. Anyway, I think that's all that needs to be said about that. I think any person with half a brain or any understanding of logic and rationality should understand what I'm saying. Whether or not you agree with it, that's up to you, but I believe I've made some valid points. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked what you heard, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, put in a playlist, comment, request. I don't care. Maybe I'll actually look at it and respond to it. I probably will. Even if it's some kind of angry hate mail, whatever, come right ahead. I'll have fun with it. Till next time, keep stupidity ripe, because I'm here to harvest it. See you in the next video.